I only have to do the white highlights right here and then the kind of darker shadows. So the purple here acts as kind of a mid-tone. Saves me a lot of time, and this way I can really quickly produce. And this works really good in this venue in the Artist Alley, because I can kind of quickly show people how a piece comes from like this, which is just a real basic raw sketch, goes to something like this, and then eventually something like this. And this can take anywhere like about 40 minutes to about an hour. Something bigger like this, I've been working on this for about a couple hours. But that's kind of the gist of it.
So have you been giving these away?
Not this time. Not
Nope.
this time. Sometimes I do. I don't know. I'm just not in the giving kind of spirit this time. I don't know.
But you have in the past.
Yeah. What I would do is I would have people kind of draw a squiggly line on a paper, and then that would kind of give them ownership of it. And then I would create one of these drawings off of that squiggly, and then at the end of the con, they'd come back and pick it up.
But have you done a similar process for these? I mean, you start with a squiggly line, or have you just sort of...
They start with just sketching. This one right here, you can see these these 3 lines right here. I come in and I take those squiggles, and I start to use a process called blue lining, which is, if you notice on the pencils, these colors, this is an actual color called non-photo blue. And what that meant was, back in the day, if you used a copy machine, this blue would not show up on a copy. And so what artists would do is they would sketch in blue and kind of work out the shape. And then once they got it, they would come in with the black lines, kind of like this, and then you make a copy of it, or a photostat or something like that. All this blue would disappear. We do this now. We don't really need to do it that way. We can scan things in and just color correct and just pull out whatever the color we're sketching in. So this blue could be red or green or purple. It doesn't really matter. But it needs to be different than the black. So you can kind of pull the color and pull the sketches out. The other thing you can do is it's erasable, so once you get the black lines in, you do it. But the idea is the blue is not a strong contrast, so it doesn't. So when you pull the black in, it's easier to kind of fill things out. From there, I get the sketch. What I do next is I have my trusty Sharpie, and I just kind of start sketching. And if you notice, like on this one, the blue that I sketched out from the blue line, I didn't stick to it in the Sharpie. And so how I kind of approach that is I'm not confined to what I design. What that is, the blue line's kind of breaking up the space for me. So it's allowing me to kind of go in and detail things, and kind of I take the gist of the blue line, but I don't necessarily stick to it. Once I get that worked out, start coming in, and like I was talking about earlier, is I just I've got the mid-tone taken care of and the color of the paper. I just start bringing in the highlights, the white, with the white colored pencil, and the dark areas and the shadows with the black colored pencil. And it's kind of what I do. Now, later on, I may convert this to a larger piece, and what I would do is I would scan this in and kind of work it out further, put it into a background,
Right.
and kind of play with it. I would scan, print it out, make changes, scan it, subtract, and then just kind of put it into a larger format. So these are just sketches, really. Happy Norwescon 35.